One of the key things that we've been seeing, unfortunately, happen in the full US population is the impact of COVID-19 on population mortality. We read in the newspaper every day. We fortunately see the statistics that are accumulating over 300,000 deaths in the US due to the COVID-19 disease. Actuaries, though, are also asking the question of how does this relate to the work that I do, particularly in my insurance company setting? How should I be making adjustments to mortality assumptions? What should I be thinking about? What types of financial projections may I want to make? How much should I hold in reserve for claims that could be happening on the different lines of business due to the impact of COVID? So we started out earlier this year collecting data from life insurance companies in the US, especially in this case, on their group life line of business. This typically is employer sponsored group coverage, maybe a function of salary, or people have the opportunity to buy additional amounts or have coverage on their family at times too. So we wanted to see, what is the impact of COVID claims on group life insurance carriers in the US. So the study that we're bringing out gives some helpful overview as to looking at what that impact is in 2020. We first go back and take a look at 2017, 2018, 2019, almost to set a baseline, and then compare what companies are seeing today in 2020 back to those more normal periods where COVID was not an impact. And the study shows some excess mortality that's happening this year. There's some additional details on what different causes of death are going up or down in the study. Also some demographic factors on what's happening in white collar jobs and blue collar and gray collar jobs. A lot of different ways that we can slice and dice this data. So hopefully it can be helpful for actuaries to use that information, realize how that may be impactful to their future modeling and mortality assumptions. We're also very appreciative to the US life insurance industry. There was a great response to this call for data, helpful to see everyone coming together, the actuaries in the US bringing this information so that we can study it on behalf of the SOA, and an incredibly helpful volunteer committee who was able to pull all this information together, write the report, and provide some really good analysis that actuaries can use on from their day-to-day work. So I encourage you, take a look at this study. Let us know if any questions or thoughts, give us ideas for the future. Just another in the line of COVID-19 research that the SOA has done for the benefit of our members and their employers, and really in this case, I think the public in general.